And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a Sunday night here on True Sim Productions. Well, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag. I'm not Sam. No, this is Chris stepping back into the booth here. Sam had a little problem with his computer. Hopefully, he can get that straightened out before the end of the season so he can finish up what he started strong. I know he's feeling pretty bad about it, but let's see if we can't get this thing going. Qualifying underway here from Iowa Speedway, one of the tracks that I actually wanted to race at, which is really tough for me here. Hopefully all the sounds and everything are going to come out just fine. We're working on it. We're getting stuff done. And yeah, it's been a minute since I've done this, so I'm going to ask you to be a little patient with me as I shake off a little bit of the dust. Corey Sherman stepping out on track now for qualifying. We're going to keep an eye on some of my teammates. Oh, wicked pick already. Cody Gibson. Wow. All right. Well, anyways, let's hope. Again, Sam, I hope everything works out for you, buddy. I'm going to trust you to tell me how the sounds are and stuff. As I get. Again, I got to get used to this, guys. It's been a hot minute since I have done this. Hey, look, another TNA driver. Just so happens to be Philip Van Vliet, the 89. Stepping out on track. I will tell you too that unfortunately, in trying to get all this put together, I couldn't get the top bar to work. So we're gonna have to deal with the side bar tonight, and the only one that I know that's gonna make upset is, well, probably Mark. No race sound. Roger that. Let me take a peek into that. Again, I appreciate you for letting me know. Gotta find somebody on track. Yeah, exactly. Bear with me. We'll get this through. We'll get it done. We'll get it figured out. Like I said, it's been a hot minute since I've thought about doing this. So, yeah, hopefully we can get it straightened out. Everything's sounding okay. I also do not have all three of my monitors like I used to have, which means... Hey, good to be back in here, honestly. What a better way to knock dust. Yeah, well, you know, I suspect there might be some netcode out there tonight. Who am I? I don't know. Car sounds coming through right now. Hard to tell. As I wait to hear back on that. Turn around just a bit. So at least you can hear them. That's a good start. The smallest of hairs. Yes, sir. That should be there then. Remember, this is a short track, so it's going to be a little bit louder tonight. That's all there is to it. Qualifying still kicking off tonight is really the beginning of the playoffs here for Blazing Pedals. Top 16 in the points. Have 3 weeks to settle it out. Overpower my voice? No, that ain't going to happen, brother. That's not going to happen. I guarantee you that. Dalton Kilrow so far with the pole. Lawson in second. Perkins takes over third from Corey Sherman. Sherman last night actually got picked on a little bit by Kilrow, asking what he was going to do on a short track. It looks like so far he's qualified fourth spot. Of course, that happening right here on True Sim Productions and the new podcast that Sherman and Tanner Marr are taking the lead on. Apparently, there was supposed to be another guy there last night, but he was at some football game or something. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Yeah. Anyways, it was kind of cool. I watched some of it. When I got home this morning at about 2 o'clock from the racetrack. Kilrow, Gibson right now is in the second spot. Sam Lawson, John Perkins, Corey Sherman. Your top five. Outside of that, Paul Ellison, Aaron Bockover, Rick Thompson, Dustin Ping, and Tanner Marr rounding out the top 10 here so far in qualifying. And that is it. We're going to let the race begin. Soon. Really soon. Yeah, Race Chatter was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I think now that Corey has the base set up, I think it's going to be okay. As we're just waiting for the field to kind of kick over to the race mode. Again, I want to apologize for Sam. Nothing he can do about it. Hopefully it's just his power unit in his computer went pop. He does have one on order, and hopefully he's back up and running soon. In the meantime, I let Tanner know that tomorrow night I will help him out with Crooked Line as well. I know he likes to race on those Monday nights, and I kind of like watching him, so I might as well just call it. You know what I might do? Oh, no, I can't do that. It's Amanda's birthday. So I was going to say I could get Corey into the booth with me, but that's not going to happen. Qualifying still underway. Chris Carroll bumps up his second spot. So now it's Kilrow, Carroll, Gibson, Lawson, Arthur, your top five. Mark Arthur sneaks into the top five, pushes Corey Sherman all the way down to eighth. Taylor Butcher Benjamin inside of that top 10. Here's the 21 of Zimmy, Brian Zimmerman. One of the drivers from Crooked Line making his name known here in the Blazing Pedals. And looks like we have only one driver that has not gone out yet. Mike Massengill, too late for him. 260 laps coming right now from Iowa Speedway. Let's see if I remember how to do this. Oh, Lordy. Heaven help me. There we go. On the pole tonight, driver of the number 41, it's going to be Dalton Kilrow. To his outside, it's going to be the 99 of Chris Carroll. Cody Gibson inside row number 2 with Sam Lawson to the outside. Inside row number 3, it's going to be Mark Arthur with John Perkins to his outside. Taylor Butcher Benjamin and Corey Sherman rounding out row number 4. Row 5 is going to be Paul Ellison starting in 9th. And the 44 of Aaron Bockover to his outside in 10th spot. Brian Zimmerman going to be starting in 11th, and Brian Dees, who actually somebody picked, would not make it past the first 3 races and continue on just last night. It was pretty wild. So Brian Dees starting in that 12th spot. And now I have to remember how to do this. Oh my goodness. Grid. Move the grid. I don't know. It don't matter. We're gonna get off of that. The Brian Dees starting at 12th. Rick Thompson, Derek Paulson, Ty Morosco. Round out the top 15. Dustin Ping, Tanner Meyer, Steven Johnson, Andy Poliski, and Philip Van Vliet. Round out the top 20. Josh Rutherford, Joe Albrico, Jason Bauer, Amanda Sherman, Jamie Walker, Mike Camlin, Corey Rutherford, Dave Seats, Fred Thompson, and Mike Massengill, all on track here tonight to make the total 30 drivers strong. Oh, Lordy. Side-by-side short track action for a Sunday night. Night number 3 for me of racing, be it real or virtual. And take a look at some of the yellow banners on top. You see a yellow banner on top of a car, it means that they are one of the playoff cars ready to battle it out for a championship here at the Blazing Pedals. Yeah, Sam, that was one of the, I got him to work on both, but something was going on with that top bar. We're not even gonna talk about that. As the pace car leads this group of drivers, all 30 of them around this relatively short track. This is a very fun track. From what I recall, you can race in 2 lanes here. Obviously, there is a preferred, but yeah, we'll get to that too. Green flag is out. We're already under caution. Corey Sherman having a problem, along with Aaron Bockover, teammates for TNA. Oh my goodness, not a good way to start. As the field absolutely piles in, as some front runners having problems early here tonight. Uh-oh, and not good. I promise you, Aaron and Corey are not happy with each other right now. And that's teammates. Let's take a look and see what happened here. Right on the get-go of this one, you see Corey Sherman in front of Aaron Bockover. Oh, it checks up hard. The outside line did not go. Corey had no place to go, and it almost collected a 3rd and 4th TNA driver as Amanda Sherman late to the party there. Wow, that outside line did not move. And here we are. Well, it's a crazy start here already for the Blazing Pedals. Dalton Kilroe still being marked as the race leader. We're going to see if that stays or not. First caution of the evening, right at the green flag. Like I said, the outside line just did not go. And it looks like my scoring and timing actually did bring Philip Van Vliet into that just a little bit. Also brought Rick Thompson. Let's go back and see if Rick Thompson had anything going on there. Rick Thompson in driver of the number 76. And we're going to go with no. We don't have anything there, so. scoring and timing messing with me a little bit. It happens. Yes, Sam. That very well could have been netcode. You just don't know. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. You cannot shake me. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for tuning in to True Sim Productions. Probably the worst kept secret in the world is I was getting ready to start broadcasting again. I just didn't expect it to be tonight. So a little bit of a mad rush and big time scramble. I don't have all the files yet. I'm still lacking a lot of stuff. I don't have hardly any of the commercials. And yet, we're just going to sit back and make do. So already having issues at the start of this one. Lap number 1. Waiting to hear from Garrett to find out exactly who was at fault there, but it does kind of feel like maybe the outside lane didn't start from row 1. That would have been the 99 of Chris Carroll. So we got some drivers going around the pace car as the 41 slots back into his first place position. Cody Gibson's going to be restarting on the outside, Mark Arthur, and then Carroll make up row 2. The Butcher and Lawson going to be row 3. Row 4 going to be Zimmerman and Ellison. Row 5, Rick Thompson and Ty Morosco. No word from race control. As the green flag flies one more time. Here we go. Dalton Kilrow up front. A good start from the 41 team. As we are under caution already again here on lap number 7. And this is starting to look eerily like a race I watched last night. Let's go back and take a look. It has Aaron Bockover's name all over it. The 44. Oh my goodness. Something... I don't know. Let's watch that again. It just veers right into the wall. I'm wondering if he had a problem with his VR. He has had some issues with the VR, and I know Aaron well enough to say that if he has an issue, he's going to do whatever it takes to try and stay out of the way. And that would have been just drive it up into the fence and pin it there. I've got to believe that's what brought out caution number 2. Nonetheless, 2 very quick cautions here at Iowa. Lap 9 of 260 here tonight. And wow, just wow, is all I can really say. Well, we're going to rack them back up side by side one more time here. Got a couple more laps before we get this thing back under the green flag. We do have a couple of drivers on pit road, sadly. Looks like Corey Sherman is on pit road. May have had some damage from that first incident that he's still trying to repair. Aaron Bach over on pit road. We've got some drivers coming down. Looks like Mike Massengill, Amanda Sherman, Dustin Ping coming down pit road. So I wouldn't call it busy at this point, but they are definitely bringing it down. So we'll see all these strategies, see what happens. Any drivers that have bad fortune here tonight, feel free to come on up into the infield care center. Send me a message, and I'd be happy to talk to you. I'm all alone up here, and I don't know what to do. Not to mention, very, very odd. I don't know why it's doing it. Seems to be shifting off the driver that I pick, so I'll have to keep an eye on that. I mean, I don't really want to watch Dalton right now. I would like to go through the field, but I'm kind of experimenting to see if it's going to bounce off from him again like it did right before the restart last time by. Corey Sherman off pit road. Unfortunately, is being shown down 22 spots from the drop of the green flag. Did switch off again. Don't know why it's doing that. It's got to be something new. Nonetheless, pace car lights are off. The 41, Dalton Kilroe has the lead one more time. Cody Gibson to his outside. Row 2, Mark Arthur and Chris Carroll. Pace car takes the hard left-hand turn down pit road, and its green flag is out. Dalton Kilroe with a good restart that time. Here comes Cody Gibson taking a hard look to the outside. Gibson lets it float up towards the wall. Not going to be able to get there this time. The 41 holds on to the lead. We're side by side battle for third spot between Mark Arthur and Chris Carroll. Mark Arthur with the race lead, or excuse me, with the third spot as that is settled out. And we have the 24, Sam Lawson. And on the inside, Brian Zimmerman trying to get there. Zimmerman right now with the Butcher to his outside. Zimmy is being held back. These four drivers still racing like they're under pace speed as it starts to settle out now. The outside lane starting to prevail. Rick Thompson going on the outside. Taylor the Butcher Benjamin dives it down low. The Butcher trying to make the inside stick. and just does not, he's not able to keep the momentum on that inside lane, and that's exactly what Rick Thompson was looking for. Thompson holds on to that spot. Jason Bauer in the 09 trying to get something done on the inside. He's got Dave Seats to his outside. Seats lets it float up just a little bit. That might be all the 09 of Bauer needs. Fred Thompson hanging out back. As Bauer is able to get around Seats, but will he stick? Or will the momentum be able to drive him forward? Quick check back up front. Dalton Kilrow all by himself. He's got about a 4/10 of a second lead over Cody Gibson. Mark Arthur sitting in third spot. Mark using that really high line. Trying to get that done for him. Bring up the split so we can see more than just the top 20 drivers. That's my fault, guys. Again, it's been a minute. So we do have the split going now. We can see Corey Sherman 12 laps down. And that is not where that driver wants to be. He is one of the playoff drivers. And I can assure you that he's not going to be happy with that. Corey Sherman right now does have fresher tires, and it's showing already here on lap 22 as he's able to get past Mark Arthur. Corey trying to get one of those laps back, but it's going to be a long night for Corey. 12 laps down. Right now, he's going to have to bank on somebody else having some misfortunes here tonight. How about Brian Dees? Checking in with Brian Dees. He's running 17th right now. The 32 of Andy Poliski taking the inside. Poliski trying to work his way towards the front. You see it. Both cars have those yellow banners. Dalton Kilrow is going to start looking in his mirror because the 7 car getting a little bit bigger back there as Cody Gibson has knocked that lead in half. The 7 car who's been a little absent as of late, trying to get it rolling. So 2 early cautions, but right now we're working lap 27 of 260. First caution happened right at lap 1. Caution number 2 on lap 7. Seems to have straightened out now, though. Pretty good battle going on right behind Chris Carroll for 5th between 3 drivers. It's Sam Lawson, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, and Rick Thompson. Jamie Walker has worked his way into the top 10. Certainly not an uncommon thing for Jamie. Although I don't know how much confidence he had going into tonight's race. I got to talk with him for just a second. He's pretty much said, if I can make it the way, I'll try and finish it. Well, Jamie Walker right now up 15 spots. He is the biggest mover of the race so far. With that plus 15 and the 88 Mount Yukon. Gotta send a little love to this car right here. It's been a long, long time since I've seen and called the one car of Tom Orozco, the DQ car. I dig it, brother. So you see the lap down vehicle, third in line there, Corey Sherman, and it looks like those tires have finally equalized a little bit as Corey has not really been able to gain any ground on Dalton Kilroe. But Cody Gibson sure looks like he might be, as he's holding on to that second line. That is the more preferred line here, believe it or not. You can dive down into the corners, but it's usually going to eat your tires up a little bit more. When really, if you can kind of hold it, yeah, I want to say like about a half a lane up. That's really the sweet spot on this track that I found. Chris Carroll holding on to the fourth position. Rick Thompson up 8 spots all the way to 5th. Rick has the receipts after last night's show, and I think he's going to cash them in here tonight. Rick Thompson pushing hard tonight. Uh-oh, we got one. We got one. Uh-oh. That was Sam Lawson. Sam Lawson gathers it up. The 24 able to gather it up. And everybody evading. Lawson slips back quite a ways, but able to save it and keep this thing under green flag. Good driving. Very, very good driving out of Sam Lawson right there. I kind of want to... Yeah, I'm going to. Nothing's stopping me. I'm going to go back and see that thing. There's Sam Lawson right there. Oh, it just taps the wall. And it shoots him down the track through the grass. I think this is about where we picked him up. Really good driving, making sure there wasn't anybody behind him when he came back on track. Nice job out of Sam Lawson. The governor getting it done there on track. Speaking of getting it done, Cody Gibson was right on the back bumper of the 41. Cody is figuring this one out. So fast early in the season was Gibson. A few race wins to his credit this season. You see a 3-car had to do a big checkup there to stay off the back of the 7, but what a run the 7 had down the front stretch through turns 1 and 2. Gibson turning it on. The 41 may have used up the good in the Goodyear tires as he went way high up on track there. Settles it back down to Dalton Kilroe. Cody Gibson continues to try and march forward. Puts the pressure on the 41. Gibson this time stays high. Trying to keep the momentum in the 7 car. And the 41 moves up, takes the lane away. I haven't mentioned his name too much tonight. Derek Paulson, up 7 spots into the 7th position in the 6 car. Tom Orozco, another driver up 7 spots in his 1 car. And I sure do wish I knew why I was not staying on the driver I picked. It's getting a little annoying. See, one driver that did use up the tires a little bit, I think, the 3 car. Corey Sherman, as Mark Arthur was able to get around him. Sherman not able to get 1 lap back, so still trapped down 12 laps. Kilrow continues to lead the way. Cody Gibson was trying for a few laps to put the pressure on, just not able to get there. Trying it again on the outside through turns 3 and 4. And he's got a really good run this time. Cody Gibson at the line takes the race lead. Holding on to the momentum on that outside lane. Dalton Kilrow battles back now. Kilrow to the front. Drivers are running side by side. Gibson by a nose. Gibson holding on to that outside line. Going to try and get the momentum one more time. Can he lead 2 in a row? Cody Gibson at the line. Dalton Kilrow battles back inside. Turns 1 and 2. On the outside, it's the 7. The 7 holding on to the momentum on the back side of the track. Turns 3 and 4. Cody Gibson looks like he's got this one now, as he's got a 2/10 lead over Kilrow. And here comes Mark Arthur challenging now. The 12 car follows the 7. The outside line picking up the momentum. And that drops Kilrow back to 3rd spot. Mark Arthur floats it up high. Maybe just a little too high, but able to hold on to that 2nd spot is the 12. And Corey Sherman's still right there, just in case something were to happen. Right now, if there was a caution, Fred Thompson, your first car, 1 lap down, would get the lucky dog. Tonight was my night. I'm kind of getting robbed of a TNA banner tonight. I'm just going to put that out there. And I think that's going to have to be talked about tomorrow night on Shop Talk. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night on Shop Talk. You can search out TNA Motorsports or Savage Edge on Facebook and YouTube. Shop Talk. It's going to be the 41st birthday celebration on Shop Talk for Amanda Sherman. Happy birthday, Amanda. Kind of the cool thing, I get to say it first because, well, I have the mic and they don't. So Mark Arthur, currently the race leader, using that high lane again. Cody Gibson, Dalton Kilrow, your top 3. Then in 4th spot, it's Chris Carroll. Rick Thompson checks off a 5th place run so far. Taylor the Butcher Menchman running in the 6th spot, up 1. Derek Paulson in 7th spot. Tyler Roscoe in 8th. Jamie Walker, your biggest mover so far, in 16th spot. Joshua Rutherford Up 11. A good run for Josh in the 10th spot. So the 64 car getting it done. And we've got some pit stops happening as the field shuffles up quite a bit. And keep an eye on the race leader as long as SDK will let me. Dalton Kilroe, we know he can save fuel. He is out there still. Dalton Kilroe not coming down pit road yet, has the race lead one more time. Chris Carroll looking to try and take the race lead away. Carroll not going to do it. He's going to come down pit road, the 41, all by himself out there. Corey Sherman has been down pit road, so Corey's got probably another 13 laps or so. So Corey Sherman slated to possibly get a lap back once the 41 finally comes down pit road, and you just never know how long that's going to be. I think he's got a hybrid. Maybe it's one of them plug-in hybrids. I don't know. But Kilroe doing what Kilroe does best. Yeah, you got it, Sam. Thank you very much for typing that out for me. I've got enough to do tonight. There's no typing tonight. I promise you that. So Dalton out there for what is now 57 laps completed. Working lap 58. Somehow, some way, he just keeps going. Corey Sherman has gotten one lap back, so he's now down 11. And the 41 can't do it anymore. He comes down pit road. The 41 has had enough. Hamlin also comes down pit road. Who doesn't? Dave Seats. Dave Seats has now led a lap here in the Blazing Pedals on this Sunday night. Now Dave Seats, after leading that lap, decides better and comes down pit road. And that is going to hand the lead off to, I believe, Chris Carroll, who had a very good pit stop. Fuel only for the 99. He was about 2 seconds quicker on pit road than Cody Gibson, and that is why he's in front now by about a half a second. See Corey Sherman still out there. Actually having made back 2 laps now. Again, I want to thank everybody for tuning in to the True Sim Productions. I believe now that there's a Saturday show, True Sim Productions live every single night of the week. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing what Sam and Tanner have built here. Looking to continue that on. Cody Gibson right now losing a little bit to Chris Carroll. Was a half a second when they came out of pit road. Now, almost a full second, the 99 has got on the 7. Rick Thompson, he's definitely cashing in receipts. Rick Thompson driving angry here tonight. He was one of the guys, a couple of gentlemen last night on the news show, Race Chatter, kind of saying that Rick wasn't going to move on. I think Rick wants to win tonight and prove him wrong. Of course, tonight, thanks, buddy. Tonight, race 1 of the championship rounds here for the Blazing Pedals. 16 to 12 to 8 to 4 to pin a championship. Ty Marasco right now inside the top 10, running in the 9th spot. But here comes the 24 and the 32. And just like that, Ty Marasco drops down to 11th spot. Ty has been racing pretty well this year. He's had a couple of moments. I've had a couple of moments with him. But he seems to be racing better this year, and we're going to see if that proves out. Now, we do have a couple of different strategies going on here, guys. Don't think that everybody just did fuel only. There are definitely some 4 tires out there. And Andrew Poliski and Sam Lawson are 2 of those drivers that definitely took 4 tires based on time. Now, I don't have a verification, but based on time, they were on pit road long enough to get those 4 tires. And I would say that the way that they're moving would probably be the verification. Andy Poliski has had a great season this year. He's following it up again tonight in this round 1 as he is moving through the field. Again, though, using a set of tires early. Is it going to be worth it? Track position gained in segment 1. We're going to call it a segment because that's kind of what it is, right? So we're going to call it segment 1. Poliski and Lawson deciding to use up a set of tires. Will it pay off in the long run? We're going to find out. Right now, it certainly seems to be. But early in this one, lap 70 of 260. We'll check in on your race leader. He's all alone out there. Chris Carroll trying to track down the 8 car of Amanda Sherman. Cody Gibson has fallen 1.5 seconds behind Chris Carroll. So Gibson, one of the faster cars before the pit stops, now having trouble holding on to it. Somebody should get on the radio and tell Carol that it's Amanda's birthday and he probably shouldn't put her a lap down. That's just not nice. Yeah, the field is spreading out, Sam, and different strategies are definitely going to change this race. I don't wish cautions on any driver, but if there was a debris caution, I would be okay with that. Let's get this field tightened back up, and let's get some racing going, because right now we're spread out pretty decently. As we start heading through the field looking for something. Oh, here we go. Side by side, it's Rick Thompson and the Butcher, Taylor Benjamin. The Butcher on the inside, trying to take a spot away from Rick Thompson. And right now, he's got him. So the Butcher taking over that 5th spot. And the 10 car, he's another one of those guys who's, if you look at what he's done on the whole, you'd say, well, okay, but he's got one of those yellow banners. He's been ultra consistent this year as the 10 car. And sometimes that's all it takes. Mark Arthur, who was leading the way for a couple of laps, has fallen back to the 9th spot after taking a little bit of extra time on pit road. Don't know if there was a penalty he had to serve, but in his pit box for 10.53 seconds. So certainly could have had a bit of a penalty going on there. Lori's out there cheering on Mark and Tanner tonight. So Sam Lawson and Andrew Poliski, those two drivers have taken tires. Poliski has worked his way up to 3rd spot. Sam Lawson behind him in 4th. Before everybody came down pit road, the biggest gainer out there, the 88 car of Jamie Walker. Now it's Dave Seats up 17, Walker up 12 as he struggles on these older tires, running in the 13th position. Dave Seats just getting by him. Check in on the 4 car of Tanner Marr. Marr all the way back to 21st, taking it a little easy maybe. Setting people up. He's trying to save some gas, something. Right in front of him, Dustin Ping in the 81. Brian Dees not having a good night so far. Dees marred all the way back in the 27th position. He was another one of those banner drivers that somebody had chosen to maybe not go on to the next round of the championship. Brian Dees has definitely had a difficult season when compared to the last couple of seasons. Certainly the last season that I broadcasted. And we hope that he gets it back underneath him and gets it rolling again. The 17 car of Brian Dees. Chris Carroll still your race leader. That gap now 2.19 seconds. So Chris Carroll is definitely growing that lap, but new second place runner. Right now it's Poliski. Cody Gibson on the outside, getting passed by the 24. So second and third, Poliski and Lawson. Although Gibson fighting back on the outside, I don't think he's going to be able to hold on to it. As Lawson puts the finishing touches to that pass and moves up in front of the 7. Second and third now on new tires. And let's see if they can track down our race leader of Chris Carroll right now. The gap to second, 2 seconds. 2 seconds flat. Back to Andrew Poliski from the race leader. Constance is out there. Finish the race, Tanner, but go Mark. All right, there it is. Tanner picking up some fan base, but only a little. You know, they just want you to do okay. They don't want Mark to win. Let's find Mark right now. Right now, Mark is running in the 7th spot. He's down 2 positions since the drop of the green flag, but has led a couple of laps here tonight. Now getting around the 10 car of the Butcher, which puts him up to 6th spot. And I'm sure by now Sam would have told me, but I want to double check in, make sure everything is sounding good. I'm not too loud. The race isn't too loud. Everybody's comfortable. Oh, and, you know, if it looks good, that would be nice to know, too. I do try and make it look good as best I can. Again, we got to thank everybody for tuning in here to True Sim Productions. It's my treat to be out here in the booth one more time, filling in for Sam tonight, who had a little bit of a problem. I know, Constance, I know. It's all right. I kind of want him to win, too. It's been a minute since Mark has had a really good race and been able to finish one. Thank you, Lori. Did I just say I wanted Mark to win? Uh-oh. Sorry, Mark. I think what I really said is I kind of wanted him to win, so maybe there won't be a curse there. Well, I don't know. We'll see. So we got 7 drivers 1 lap down or more. Mike Massengill is one of those drivers. Joe Alberico, the first driver right now, 1 lap down. If there was a caution right this second, he would be awarded the lucky dog. Rick Thompson is sliding backwards. Rick Thompson is coming down pit road. He couldn't handle it anymore. He had dropped through the field quite a bit. Now Rick Thompson brings it down pit road early, hopefully to get some tires. Rick Thompson coming back on track. 14.73 seconds in the pit stall. That means he did take tires. Jamie Walker on pit road right now, as is John Perkins. We got to check in with one more guy. Another teammate, the 89, Philip Van Vliet, the lone Dutchman, currently running in the 16th spot. He's up 4 positions on the evening. Other than that one tap there that involved him and Corey Sherman. Kind of a quiet night out there for Philip Van Vliet. Biggest mover of the race so far, the 14 car, that's David Seats. Up 22 positions is David Seats. So absolutely great run from him. And Chris Carroll continues to lead the way. Poliski's been able to chop 1 second out of the race lead. So the 32 car is doing something with those tires that he got last time in. After the first, we'll call it a stint. The 88 car, Jamie Walker, fresh off pit road with those brand new tires. Jamie catching the race leader. And this is the difference, folks, between old tires and new tires right here. And I'll tell you, Chris Carroll is going to have to be careful about how long he stays on track, as the longer he's out there, the more time he loses to these drivers that have those fresh tires. it should be you only have to change, not change tires one time. So everybody going forward is going to be on the same strategy, except for who is it? Lawson and Poliski. Poliski currently on pit road, I'm assuming for fuel only. Lawson's losing a lot of time right now. I'm assuming he's setting up for maybe come down pit road, maybe not. No, he does cross the start-finish line. Philip Van Vliet, Paul Ellison are on pit road, along with Brian Zimmerman, Zimmy, on pit road as well. Corey Rutherford completing pit service. He's heading back out on track. Paul Ellison, Andy Poliski, Philip Van Vliet all off track. Joe Alberico coming down. As again, the 88 has made a huge separation between himself and Chris Carroll. Carroll out there on those old tires going way slower than anybody with fresh tires at this time. He's got to be very careful about how much longer he stays out there. And Carroll hits pit road. That should give the lead over to the 6 car, Derek Paulson. Another one of those yellow banner cars vying for a championship. Paulson stays out to lead a lap. Derek not happy leading just one. He wants to lead a few. Dave Seats right now running in the 2nd spot. Dylan Kilrow, old Captain Save Fuel. He's down 2 positions since this drop of the green flag, but he is still out there and currently running in the 3rd spot. Rick Thompson trying to get around him. Rick Thompson, one of the early birds to pit road, trying to get a lap back. Mike Hamlin we see on pit road. So everybody 1 lap down except for the top 3 drivers who have not come down pit road yet. Mike Hamlin on pit road, falling down the chart. As Derek Paulson continues on. And now decides to bring it down. Poliski almost gets into the rear end of him as he drops down onto pit road. The 14, Dave Seats, also on pit road. That's going to hand the race lead over to Captain Save Fuel, Dalton Kilrow. The real question now, how long is he going to stay out? As you can save all the fuel you want. If you're not on fresh tires, you're doing nothing but losing time to some of those other fast drivers out there. Strategy so important. We're on board with Jamie Walker, who's just a couple of cars ahead of our race leader, Dalton Kilrow. So he's on the tail end of the lead lap. All eyes on Dalton Kilroe. When is he going to come down pit road? Mark Arthur starting to gain on him. Mark trying to get his lap back. And he does it. Now Mark Arthur on the tail end of the lead lap. And this is where you start watching the 41 just get passed over and over and over again, as now he decides to come down pit road. A lot of drivers thankful for that, as they know they will not get trapped at least a lap down at this time. And that is going to leave the 32 of Andy Poliski as your race leader. Now that he has cycled through, Poliski, your race leader. Poliski got tires the first time he came down pit road. Poliski got tires the second time he came down pit road. So 2 sets of the 4 already used for Andy Poliski. And we talked about it already. You see his second spot, it's Chris Carroll. Carroll, who had a pretty good sized lead, who decided to stay out for a little bit longer, is now having to chase down Andy Poliski to try and regain the lead of this race. Poliski just driving a little bit quicker on those fresh tires for a few laps before Chris Carroll came down pit road to get his tires. And that is the difference on track. Sam, I don't know if the commentator curse works as a spectator, but it might. You got to be careful. Sam picking Rick Thompson to win, and right now Rick is running in the 4th spot. He's up 9 positions from the drop of the green flag. Behind him, it's Jamie Walker, your biggest leader, or biggest gainer of the race so far, at a plus 19 after falling right there to Sam Lawson. As those two back and forth for position number 5. Sam Lawson takes it over. Jamie Walker just outside of that top 5 now. You see Chris Carroll slowly trying to catch Andy Poliski, but you got to catch him and then you got to pass him. 2 very different things. Poliski lets it float out of the corner, up to the wall, across the start-finish line, back down for turns 1 and 2. Chris Carroll has made it to the rear bumper, but again, not only do you have to catch him, you have to pass him, and that is a very different thing altogether. And it looks like Chris Carroll going to take it down to the inside. Here comes the 41. The 41 trying to get past the 99. You're now leader, Chris Carroll. So we were talking about staying out on track for too long, and perhaps, as we have a gentleman with electrical issues right in front of the 41. He's gone. He is not on track. The 41 not sure what to do. Oh my. All right, well, the 41 down takes it down to the inside. He gets around the 99, but getting back to what we were saying, now the 41 is on the tail end of the lead lap. So unless this becomes a fuel mileage race, and I haven't done any of the calculations to know if it will, the 41 has got a long, long road to hoe in order to try and get back up front. Right now, your top 5, Chris Carroll, Andy Poliski, Cody Gibson, Rick Thompson, and Sam Lawson, as we are into a very, very long green flag stretch here at Iowa. Started this race lap 1 with a caution. Lap 7, there was another caution. Since then, it's been green flag all the way. Thank you, Mr. Wellman. Trying to knock the dust off, bud. Appreciate you coming on out, watching some True Sim Productions tonight. As we're looking in on the number 1, a little bit of a battle there between teammates. The 1 of Ty Morosco, the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin, out of the Michael Falk MF Racing Designs team. Derek Paulson decides to join his teammates as he's moving in. Underneath the 2, Steven Johnson. So Chris Carroll, your race leader, he has got a second over second place. Andy Poliski. Cody Gibson in the 7 car running in 3rd. Let's go through the field. It's going to be Sam Lawson running in 4th spot, right where he started. Rick Thompson up 8 spots into 5th. Mark Arthur has dropped 1 down in the 6th spot. Jamie Walker up 18. He's running in 17th position. Ty Morosco right now being scored in the 8th position, up 7. The 6th car of Derek Paulson up 5 in the 9th position. Up 8 spots and running in the top 10, Steven Johnson in the 2 car. Up 18 spots in 11th position. It's going to be Dave Seats in the 14, then behind him the 10 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. The Butcher is down 5 since the drop of the green flag. Just different strategy, I think. And Zimmy in the 21, Brian Zimmerman down 2 spots in 13th. In the 14th position, it's the 64, Joshua Rutherford, having a quiet but good night. Speaking of a quiet but good night, Philip Van Vliet up 5 into the 15th position. With the 28 of Mike Hamlin up 10 into the 16th position. Dalton Kilrow 16 spots down from his pole start here tonight, running in the 17th position with Dustin Ping in the 81, running in the 18th position. And we've got John Perkins in the 33, down 13. John is running 19th right now. Joe Alberico running in the 20th spot. The 83 car running 20th. The 17 car, one of the MF Racing Design cars, not having a good night. So far, Brian D's down 9 positions in the 21st position, but potentially looking to try and get around Philip Van Vliet. Got a little bit of a mix up there and scoring time. We'll go with Amanda Sherman, currently running in the 22nd position. Corey Rutherford running in 23rd. 24th is the 20 of Mike Massagill, Paul Ellison, Fred Thompson, Corey Sherman, Tanner Marr, Jason Bauer, and Aaron Bockover, who was not able to recover after whatever happened to him on lap 7 when he veered right into the wall. It looked like either a VR or possibly a wheel disconnect. Something happened to the 44, causing him to pin himself to the wall to try and avoid anybody else having a race ruined. Mark Arthur starting to gain a little bit here in the 12 car, as he is now back up into the 4th position. He's got Rick Thompson and Derek Paulson behind him battling for the 5th position. Right now, Derek Paulson has it on the inside. Rick Thompson trying to take it on the outside. So again, a battle for 5th spot. It looks like Derek Paulson has taken that away. Rick Thompson took a peek down to the inside, decided against that move. Stays up in that 2nd lane. Two drivers out of this race so far. Jason Bauer out on lap 99, and Aaron Bockover. We already documented his issues on the evening. Working lap 134 now. Our race leader, Chris Carroll, in the 99. Cody Gibson in second spot. Sam Lawson, Mark Arthur, your top four. And a 10-second gap between those four drivers. Cody Gibson very, very slowly trying to reel in Chris Carroll, but loses a bunch of time as Carroll ejects himself out of turn 4 with a good head of steam. The 99 continues lap in, lap out, running that same line. The 7 car trying to figure out a way around this track to make it just a little bit quicker. Cody Gibson looking to have a very good finish here tonight. Really needs it. Sam Lawson, the 24, running in the 3rd spot. Mark Arthur in that 4th position. Mark Arthur may have a rearview mirror full of Derek Paulson. He does. As Derek is trying to find a way to get around the 12 car. He's got to get there first, but he is trying to reel him in. I want to check in on Rick Thompson. Sam, your pit, he went down 2 laps, and I'm not entirely sure how it happened. But Rick Thompson, I don't see any damage. I don't know. Check one thing. Looks like his last pit stop is fine. I don't see it. I don't know why it happened. 120 laps to go here from Iowa on the True Sim Productions. I almost may have said that other channel. Everybody trying to chase down the 99 car. Rick Thompson gets around to the race leader. He's now down 1 lap. Jamie Walker gets around Chris Carroll. He gets a lap back. Oh. Well, I guess I know what's going on. There are some drivers out there that have come down pit road, and I completely missed it until just now. Brian Zimmerman currently on pit road. Cody Gibson on pit road. as Chris Carroll continues to pick him up and put him down here at Iowa Speedway. Your race leader, the 99. Remember, he stayed out quite a long time after the initial stop started happening last time out. Oh, Jamie Walker with a very aggressive move to try and stay to the inside, stay out of the rear bumper of the 83. The 88 using up some of the new on those new tires. Action hot and heavy all around the 88. Chris Carroll, Derek Paulson, Tom Morosco, your top three. Stephen T. Johnson in fourth. Dave Seats round out the top five. As pit stops are happening one more time here at Iowa Speedway. Chris Carroll surrenders the race lead. He's coming down pit road. Derek Paulson stays out. Caution, caution on the track. Oh, this one could be huge. This one is going to change a lot of what has been happening here on track as Chris Carroll gets trapped on pit road. Oh boy. Sam Lawson looks to be the driver who had a problem. Let's go back and take a look. Driver of the number 24, Sam Lawson. Oh, boy, just, yeah. Oh, hard into the wall. Front fascia comes off. Oh, man, didn't want to see that, really. I didn't want it to ruin somebody's night. But that accident took forever to happen. You see him coming into turn one. And I don't know if he maybe had a little bit of an oversteer issue. Tried to correct it. Oh, boy. Just really, really tough. Go back and try and catch us from a different angle. And again, you see how many times he tried to correct it. Yeah, the rear of the car just came right out from underneath him. He corrected, and it just wasn't enough. And so the 24 brings out caution number 3. Self-spin, that one's going to be pretty easy for Garrett to figure out. So with 98 laps to go, 108 laps to go, we're going to tighten this field up and send them off one more time. And I'm going to take a break. It's been a minute since we got this thing going. I have exactly one commercial set up for tonight, and we're going to run it right now.
Shut up and sit down.
And of course, that Savage Edge, they can put your name on anything. As we start lining up 2x2, pace car lights are off. Derek Paulson going to be your race leader. Dave Seats, Stalin Kilrow, Hamlin, Josh Rutherford, Andy Poliski, Chris Carroll, Cody Gibson, Steve Johnson, and Jamie Walker going to be your top 10 as we get ready to go back under green, and it's green flag racing. Paulson with a great jump, already a 6:10 lead over second place, David Seeds. Here comes Colin Kilrow down to the inside, trying to take second away from Seeds. Kilrow in the 41, had it at the line, and secures it going into turns 1 and 2. Everybody else getting through, no issues here so far. So Paulson Seats Kilrow. And Seats came back on the outside to get that back from Kilrow. And Andy Poliski working the inside, trying to put a little pressure on Kilrow himself. Poliski on that inside may not be able to keep the momentum up on the car to get that pass. Mike Hamlin now to his outside. That's your top 5. And that is the battle for 5th spot. As those two cars running side by side. Poliski tries to take advantage, slides up. Oh my goodness, what a tight... Oh man. Wow, what a pass. There's slide jobs, and then there's whatever that was, and that was something else. Joshua Rutherford trying to put the pressure on for 5th spot. Mike Hamlin has it, the 64. He wants it. Trying to close in that gap. Rutherford and Hamlin. That would be a battle for the 5th position. Top 4 cars have kind of spread themselves out. This is the closest battle for the highest position out there right now. Oh, the 64 made it work really good on the inside that time by. You actually could see the 64 rolling the center of turns 3 and 4. Can he do it here through 1 and 2? Yes, he does. It rolls nice tonight, the 64. Tries to change his lane and change his line. Now dives down to the inside, the 64, looking for 5th spot. Back, further in the field. It's 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. And then a little further, it's another 2. Go back to this battle for 5th spot. This is the 64 still trying to get it done. Pinned behind this battle, the 99, Chris Carroll. great battle going on here for 5th spot. We got one brewing for 3rd. As Poliski is really gaining on the quarter entry from that 41. Race leader Derek Paulson. For some reason being shown as on pit, but that's not correct. He's obviously out on track in 1st position. Looks there for SDK. Chris Carroll able to get around the 64. So the 64 had a shot at 5th spot, just not able to get it done here. Joshua Rutherford has fallen back to 7th still. A great night for him, up 14 positions. Highest climber of the night so far, Dave Seats running in 2nd spot. Dave Seats up 27 positions here this evening, and he is tracking down Paulson. Looks like Paulson might be driving just a little deeper in, so he has to wait to pick up the throttle. Dave Seats doing it the other way around. Derek Paulson, maybe a little extra motivation here tonight because our Bears did not win. Sigh. I may have figured out just now why my cameras were bouncing back and forth without me controlling them. We're going to find out if that's true. If it is, well, I guess I am a rookie again. Well, that was weird. Jamie Walker showed all kinds of damage and kind of repaired itself. And, well, he didn't really have anything happen to him, so I'm not sure what that was about. As Andy Poliski drops down onto pit road. Lap 176. Poliski on pit road. He's going to start the next cycle. This time, it looks like just fuel for Poliski. We knew he had to do it at some point. Andrew Poliski, 6.48 seconds, 6.5 seconds in his pit stall. Had to have been just fuel. Remember, he was one of 2 drivers that did not take tires, then did not take tires again. Philip Van Vliet right now scored in the 18th spot, the last car on the lead lap. The last hope for TNA to stay on the lead lap tonight, Philip Van Vliet. So many great teams out there. You know, MF Racing Designs, obviously TNA. Speed Mafia. These guys are such a pleasure to race with. And unfortunately tonight, well, I'm in here. And it's okay. Derek Paulson leading the way. Dave Seats in second, 1.75 seconds behind. Dalton Kilroe in third, then Chris Carroll in fourth. Hamlin, Rutherford, Gibson, Arthur, Morosco, and Butcher Benjamin, your top 10 here tonight. On the outside looking in, it's the 88 of Jamie Walker. And I thought I had it figured out. I thought I had it figured out. But no. It wants to show me whoever it wants to show me. Remember, tomorrow night it's going to be Crooked Line right here on True Sim Productions. Chris Carroll, who has led a gob of laps here tonight, trying to catch the 41 to take over third spot. Dalton Kilroe hasn't led for a long time, kind of got himself off cycle. Would love to get himself back to the front. A little bit of strategy being played out by this gentleman right here. Don't want to spoil it in case one of the drivers is listening. I won't even say his name, but definitely interesting strategy going on. It's on the last pit stop. Corey Sherman still out there in the 3 car, still down 12 laps, but has picked up a few positions based on people dropping out of the race. Every point counts. It has all season long. This season, probably more than any other. Corey is one of the drivers vying for a championship, cannot afford to not let a lap down that he can't run. So he's out there still running them. Derek Paulson, still your race leader. Battle heating up for second spot as the 41 and the 99 right behind David Seats. The 99 looks to take the inside lane. The 40, oh, we go 3 wide here at Iowa. 3 wide through turn 4. Chris Carroll backs it off, thinking better of it. And that's going to let Hamlin escape in just a little bit. We had a great battle going for third. They've separated. Now here we go again. 3 wide one more time through turn 4. And again, Carroll has to back it down. Wow. What is going to happen this time? The 41 takes it down low. The 99 stays with him. Kilroe looking to try and take one from Seats. Didn't have enough momentum. Puts the block on Carroll. Carroll can't fill the gap. Chris Carroll, Dalton Kilroe, and Dave Seats battling hard for the second spot. Here comes the 28. Mike Hamlin, he wants a piece of this. Whatever is causing this to happen is annoying. We go 3 wide again, this time on the entry of turn 3. Halfway through the corner now, still 3 wide. The 41 may lose a spot here. The 41 tries to keep the momentum on the outside as the 99 and the 41 go side by side into the corner. Dalton Kilroe tries to hold on. Chris Carroll trying for the pass. He dives down deep into turn 3 now, and he may take over second spot. Dave Seats on the outside keeps the momentum, able to hold on. But what a battle we have here. The 99 drops down. Looking for that second spot. The 41 going to come with him. 41 not able to do it. He goes up, protects that position. Dave Seats continues on the outside. The 99 going to try and pick it up out of the corner at the stripe. Oh, this time through turns 3 and 4, sorry. And Chris Carroll takes it over. The 41, I believe. I don't know what, how, boy. That's not good. We're going to go back and see what Dalton Kilroe just did, because he lost a ton of momentum, a ton of positions. Oh no. Watch this. It looks like he was going to come down pit road. Couldn't slow it up. Bounces off from the barrels at the end. Oh, what a heartbreaker. What a heartbreaker for the 41. That is going to cost him a ton here tonight. And this time, going to bring it down pit road the proper way. Oh, man. Oh, that is going to hurt. I have seen a lot of things on iracing, but I don't know that I've ever seen that, especially from the caliber of driver that Dalton Kilroe is. I'm not sure if that was a last minute try to get pit road or what, but Dalton does not usually lose concentration like that, and that's exactly what that looked like. Dave Seats having a problem. Dave Seats stopped just below the yellow line on track. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Dave. He was running really well. Oh, he may have had some help there. Oh no, the 32, Poliski was right behind him, and it looked like he had a little bit of help. So we go back live. Oh, just in time to see Cody and Jamie going crossways on the track. Oh my God, what is happening out there? Cody Gibson, who absolutely had to have a good night tonight, also just biffed it. Meanwhile, the 6-car, Derek Paulson, leading the way, still coming down pit road this time. That'll hand the lead over to, well, right now it's going to be Steve Johnson. Steven Johnson saving a little fuel there. Saving a lot of fuel, Steven Johnson. Killer fights on the inside. He's going to get his lap back. But the damage may already be done for the 41 here tonight. Stephen T. Johnson, saving fuel, leads this one by a healthy 8-second margin over Andy Poliski. Rick Thompson has battled his way back into third position, 11 seconds behind our race leader, almost 12. Chris Carroll being scored in the 4th spot, Derek Paulson in 5th. Mark Arthur has made his way back into the 6th position, Tom Orozco 7th. Mike Hamlin, Taylor Bitcher Benjamin, and Joshua Rutherford rounding out the top 10. Chris Carroll gets around Derek Paulson for the 4th position. There's a lot of passes happening. Just can't bring them all to him. Rick Thompson currently runs in the 3rd spot. He's got the 99 of Carroll right behind him. Going to make quick work of Rick Thompson on the inside. Andy Poliski now being scored as the race leader. Steven Johnson had to bring it down pit road. Poliski last pit lap 175. So still a bunch of different pit strategies going on. The 99 takes over the race lead one more time. Derek Paulson now into 2nd as he followed Carroll through. Cody Gibson goes by Jamie Walker. That's a battle for 13th and 14th. We saw those two get together. Laps to go. Laps are winding down here at Iowa. Our race leader, Chris Carroll, gets around Amanda Sherman, puts her another lap down, make that 3. And Derek Paulson follows him on the bottom side of the track. Mark Arthur currently being scored in the 3rd spot. He's got Ty Morosco right behind him, along with Mike Hamlin, the 28 car. Corey Rutherford right now under attack from the 7 of Cody Gibson. Corey, we haven't talked about very often, as the 88 struggling, may have tail slapped the wall a little bit. Again, Jamie Walker, one of those guys with the yellow banner. He's got to finish the best finish possible here tonight. Can't afford to lose a lot of ground. Points so important here. Chris Carroll, Derek Paulson, 1 and 2, running that way on track. Then there's a pretty decent sized gap back to Ty Morosco, who was able to get around Mark Arthur. Mark now battling back on the inside, trying to figure out which way to go. The 2 car underneath is a lap down vehicle. Mark decided not to go with him. Mike Hamlin gets to the inside of Mark Arthur. Hamlin now trying to take that spot away. Cody Gibson has got himself back up to 12th position, courtesy of a couple of drivers who have gone down pit road. Oh, Hamlin gets into the 12. They both save it. Wicked battle going on back here. This is for 4th spot. Mark drove it in very deep right there, trying to get a little separation. Hamlin again gets into the back of the 12 car. This time gives him some room to operate. The 12 gets down low, looking to try and take over the spot from Morosco. Mark Arthur looking for 3rd. Battle for 3rd spot. Mark Arthur there on the inside, looking for a podium finish here tonight. Mark up to 3rd. He's made that pass happen. Morosco back to 4th, but battling back on the outside. Up front, it's a close race as well. Just a 1/4 of a second separates 1 and 2. Mark Arthur has made that pass stick now against the 1 car. Now Mark has got to gain some ground to try and catch 1 and 2. He's 4.5 seconds behind Derek Paulson for 2nd spot. Here comes Mike Hamlin. Hamlin turning it on here late in this race. Lap 222. Hamlin just made the pass look easy on Morosco. Quietly having a good night. Again, quietly like he has been all season, just having a really good night. Taylor Butcher Benjamin inside the top 10. He's currently running in 6th spot. Rick Thompson running in the 7th spot. Some people had him out of this contention for the championship before we even got it started last night, but Rick Thompson here trying to prove him wrong. Back up front, a challenge for the lead. Derek Paulson is inch by inch, very slowly, starting to pull in Chris Carroll. Racing is truly a game of inches, and Paulson is trying to gain every single inch that he can. Jamie Walker has got some kind of really weird connection going on here tonight. That is so weird. 3rd spot still belongs to Mark Arthur, but Mike Hamlin starting to put a little pressure on. Hamlin was peeking down to the inside. And Mark just shut that door, works the car up to keep that door closed. Mark will use the 20 car as kind of a little... Oh, they almost touched doors. They almost touched doors. Mark able to save it. Spot has kind of suspended itself just a little bit. Meanwhile, Paulson starting to lose a little ground to the 99 car, trying to work his way. Oh! Van Vliet looks like he was having some trouble. Philip Van Vliet, yellow flag is out. Philip Van Vliet quick on the tow button here at Iowa Speedway. Van Vliet having issues. Let's go back and find out what happened to the 89. Oh, look at that. That looks like exactly what happened the last time. Except for he didn't get into the wall, but he is going to cost himself a ton of time. Watch it one more time. He's going to cost himself a ton of time by hitting that tow button. Yeah, the car over-rotated. That is exactly what happened to bring out the caution last time. Caution 4 out on track. And like they all do, this one changes everything. 28 laps to go in this one. Means you come down pit road one last time. If you're on the lead lap, you come down one last time. Anybody that's already pitted is going to have to stay out there to try and get their position back out on track by passing the pace car. Oh, this is going to get good. You can just feel it. So right now, Chris Carroll is being scored as your race leader. And again, I think pretty obvious who Garrett's going to have to go with on that one. It's self-spin, the 89, going to be held at fault, but already he would be coming in at the end of the longest line because he did hit that tow button. I was going to bring our race leader up and chat with us a little bit, but he is not here in TeamSpeak. Let's grab somebody else real quick if we can. Actually, let's make sure before we do that. I don't want to do it if we're about to go back green flag. I don't want to do it, which means I gotta find the pace car. Lights are still on. Okay, we have at least a second before we can do it. Okay, well, I guess I'm not going to do it. For reasons. We'll get to those later. I would love to do that, Sam. The fact of the matter is, because of reasons, doesn't look like I can right now. It was a mad dash scramble today, and not everything is how I would prefer it to be. I guess that's how we're going to say that. Coming back to the green, and it's out. Chris Carroll with a launch. Derek Paulson, Mark Arthur down on the inside. Arthur with a very good restart, able to take over second spot. Mark Arthur is second in this race, and here comes Hamlin. Hamlin looking to try and get past the 6 car, but has a little bit of a wiggle. Oh, a little bit loose coming out of the corner. That's going to cost him potentially 2 spots, maybe even 3, as the Butcher takes a look at his bumper. Tom Orozco sits in the 4th spot, taking a look at his teammate in the 6th, but way up high is Orozco with 24 laps to go. Oh my goodness, it's all happening here at Iowa Speedway. Like, it is all happening right now. Dave Seats on pit road, taking his last stop of the night. We have one against the wall, slow, but Chris Carroll continues to lead the way. Mark Arthur trying to get there, trying to figure out a way to get past Carroll. Paulson in 3rd, Orozco 4th. The slow car, the 83, was the one pinned against the wall, trying to get momentum back into that car. It does take a minute or so. 1, 2, 3, 4 separated out. Battle right now for 5th spot. That's between Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin, and Mike Hamlin. Benjamin takes it down low. The Butcher trying to take over 4th spot here. The 10 car on the inside has him going into the corner. Down the back stretch. That top lane able to provide a little bit of momentum for Hamlin, but the inside lane right now seems to have turned itself on as the Butcher at the line can't quite hold on to it. We're talking a thousandths of a second right there, folks, between 4th and 5th. Excuse me, 5th and 6th. That's the Butcher trying for a top 5 here. Hamlin trying to hold on to it. 2 yellow banners fighting it out. Top 3 cars starting to separate from 4th place. Ty Morosco. Hamlin so far has rejected the challenge from Taylor, Butcher, Benjamin. Benjamin on the inside still continuing the fight. Laps to go. Chris Carroll starting to open up a little bit of a gap between himself and Mark Arthur. Arthur tries to close it in. Mark with a good run that time on that top lane. Seems to have gained about a tenth of a second at the end of the backstretch. Loses it going into the corner a little bit. But Mark trying to find where that 12 car is fastest. With 13 laps to go, he's going to have to find it quick. Loses a bunch of time in corner entry that time, but gains it back on corner exit. So some different strategies being employed here between the top 2 drivers. Next time by will be 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go for Chris Carroll and Mark Arthur to decide who is going to win this one. Derek Paulson has fallen back a little bit. A nail biter here coming to the finish of this one. As just 0.4 of a second, now 5, now 6. As Carroll really found his way through that corner very well. Mark is really going to have to try and change his lineup a little bit. He is losing ground slowly to our race leader. With 8 laps to go, it is just 0.8 3 seconds now, separating 1 and 2. The action hot and heavy on track. Oh, I wish I knew why it was doing that. Five laps to go, half a second lead for Chris Carroll over Mark Arthur. Derek Paulson running in the third spot, Ty Marosco and Hamlin. Mike Hamlin round out the top 5 with 5 laps to go. They cross the stripe 4 more times. Will do it for this race. Chris Carroll is stretching the lead just a little bit. Mark Arthur has got to try something different. Following in the leader's footsteps is Mark Arthur right now. He keeps it up a little bit higher than Carroll. 3 laps to go next time by. It's going to be the vertical sticks in the air, indicating 2 laps to go. And there they are, 2 laps to go here for the Blazing Pedals at Iowa Speedway. Chris Carroll leading the way. Mark Arthur, Derek Paulson, your top 3. Ty Marosco and Mike Hamlin rounding out the top 5. Shout out to Rick Thompson right now. Currently trying for 7th spot, but we keep all eyes here as the white flag unfurls here at Iowa Speedway. White flag is in the air, and our race leader, Chris Carroll, on the backstretch, being followed by Mark Arthur. The gap, 0.35, and shrinking as we go into turns 3 and 4. Carroll stretches it out. The checkered flag is waving. And Chris Carroll is going to win here at Iowa Speedway. Mark Arthur with a very strong performance at 2nd spot, and Derek Paulson bringing home the 6 car in 3rd position tonight. What a race. And Chris Carroll doing the celebratory spin out, or smoking the tires, or burning a house down, or whatever you want to call it. He is doing it. And we are going to go ahead and step away. We're going to play the one commercial that I have, and when we come back, it's going to be post-race interviews with our top 3. right. Well, we are back. We've got 2 out of the top 3 finishers. We're going to start with Derek Paulson, who finished 3rd here tonight. Derek, it was a really interesting race. A big green flag run, kind of right in the middle of it all. You ended up bringing home 3rd spot tonight. Let's go through your race. Okay, hold on 1 second, Derek. I am being told that they can't hear you, and it's not because you're on mute. So let me make an adjustment or 5, because I can hear you just fine. So something else is going on. Anybody tell you that to do this when you didn't have enough time to set it up right? Well, let's try that, Derek. See if that works. We're going to find out. You hold on 1 second. No, okay. Thank you, Mark. This should not be this complicated. That's all I'm going to say. I don't, whatever. Audio. All right, Derek, try one more time, please. I don't think so. All right, well, Derek says he had a really good time and he loves everybody. He's upset that the Bears lost. Sorry, buddy. Well, we'll try it one more time. Go ahead, Derek. Say something for a second. Delay. Nope. Okay. Yep, that's awful weird. I don't know exactly what it is, and I'm just going to say to the top 3 here tonight, in the interest of me not losing more hair. Guys, congratulations tonight. I wish I could get some post-race going for you guys. Derek, congratulations on 3rd place. Mark, you had a good fan base, as you always do. Oh, yeah, let's do a Discord. Yep, hit Discord. We'll get you there. No. Let's do Discord. It'll sound like shit, but it'll work, I think. Oh, did I say bad word? Let's see. Where am I? Right there. Oh. Yeah, we'll go. You there, bud? Okay, hold on 1 sec. We're going to go down into race room 1 in Discord. All right, Derek, try and say something. I want to make sure that this works. And if not, we're going to give it a night. Yeah, we're looking in for the stream, Chris. And nothing. All right. We're going to call it. I want to say congratulations once again to our top 3 finishers, Chris Carroll, Mark Arthur, Derek Paulson. Guys, it was a hell of a race. It was a lot of fun to call. I've got a couple of bugs I got to work out on my side, but, after not doing this for, a year and a half, 2 years, it's to be expected, I guess. Really appreciate everybody coming out. Again, congratulations to our top 3 and really our top 10. It was a good, hard-fought race, just 4 cautions on the night. And with that, I think we're going to call it an evening. It's been fun, and look forward to doing this a little bit more often. Have a good night, everybody.